sound, says Rita.
I think it's in. I think it's going to be on any second now.
Okay, we're checking to see
Okay.
if there's sound around.
Okay, there we go.
Yay,
Okay, sweet.
sound! Okay, this is
Okay.
exciting. So we were saying it's a full moon, and that's so awesome.
Yeah, that is. Okay. Okay, sweet.
Yay!
All right, of course.
Full
Okay.
moon.
So, I am really appreciative of those of you that are here at 9. This is not going to be a new thing. It's a long story, but basically, well, here's okay. I'm sharing this with you right now because I kind of want, for my own sake, to look back on this as a sort of point of record here, and then also because you guys have been so supportive in this journey that I've been on over the last 49 days of taking a break from alcohol, and I had switched over to Diet Coke in place of that, and now I'm off Diet Coke. And I just have to tell you that this is rough. Like, I did not think that it would get harder. And it's not like I want to drink. It's not like that at all. It's just like my health really still hasn't improved. In fact, like, and when I say improved, I don't mean just like it has, like, I have been sick a lot since going through all this, and I feel like, this kind of depression that I'm feeling, and so I just, I am like at that sort of, like, after you defeat the boss in the video game and then you realize there's another boss, it's like that's kind of the phase that I'm in right now. And I just could not get ready by 7 o'clock, and Tara, God bless her, showed up for class, and I thought I was going to have an anxiety attack getting ready, and I wanted to push it back to 7:30, but she works all day. She starts working early, so she couldn't do 7:30, and I didn't want to just send her home, so I decided to push it to 9. So that is just about...
and that way I could do it.
And then Anne actually had yoga class tonight, so then she was able to come. So I want to say shout out to Tara, and
we miss you, Tara.
I just hopefully I'm not in the TMI category with sharing that. This isn't going to be, anyway.
Oh yeah.
Sweet. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get started because we are starting late. And I've got some songs picked out on a playlist, and I think it's going to be mostly chill, but I don't really know where class is going to go exactly. So Ann and I are going to kind of have an old school hoop path and just sort of see where it goes. But I want to do chill, and I've got some ideas for the first couple of songs.
Yeah, little late evening kind of slow-mo, slow flow. Yes. Yeah, we can keep talking about the effects of different things on our bodies.
I think what it is for me is there's obvious triggers for any vice that you have. There are obvious ones, and then after I'm in the land, the 40-day and beyond mark has been the land of the secondary ones, the ones that, like, I didn't even realize were triggers. And when I say triggers, that just mean like demons, like just just feeling overwhelmed and wanting to grab a vice to find that sort of security. Okay, let's go ahead and
let's move.
Okay. Oh wait, this isn't what I thought it was. Oh no. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. Audible breath in. Audible breath in. Audible breath in. One of my favorite My Dan is Darsha the Open-Handed. She's a blind My Dan that sways with the wind. And people who watch believe that she can change the wind. And people would ask her, what do you think about as you dance? And Darsha would always respond back with the question, think. Audible breath in. Audible breath in. When I want to fall into my body, I think about Darsha, and I think about not thinking. And imagining like her that I could feel the faintest wind on my hands, that I could move wind. Audible breath in.
Thanks to everybody for sharing your journeys around alcohol, and especially, I mean, I have found, it's a whole lot for the body to handle after 40, and then especially after 50. So I'm seeing that reflected in some of the comments. Thanks everybody for being vulnerable. Thanks for Sway, Bob.
Oh, yeah, sure, of course. Okay. I gotta be honest with you. I just had the most phenomenal sway, so I'm in a good mood again. So anyway, I kind of want to stay with Phalian on this next track and
happy Purim.
Do some slow, gooey, some sort of slow goo. I'm gonna do point, but I'll explain. So I think for our first exercise, and I'll go ahead and press play on the music because I think you'll get what I'm doing. Let me know if this sounds okay. So I was enjoying the Darsha character, and if you haven't tried point blindfolded or closing your eyes some, it really, really is a whole other realm of your hoop experience that you can enjoy and spend some time in. valuable my eyes were to me, but how my valuing them had neglected some of my other senses. For instance, just the sense of touch. How does it feel to move my body that way? Not how does it look to move my body that way. To let my body find a balance in its movement, between movements, without telling it where to find them. Audible breath in. I like gooiness when I'm blindfolded, that sense of touch. Auto breath in. Yeah, sweet. Let me stop that there. Yeah, anything to say?
I'm just sore because of yoga, so I was limited by that. And I don't have a blindfold, actually. Yeah,
well,
I mean,
we're not going to do a whole blindfolded class.
okay.
It's okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just find it really difficult and challenging, but often rewarding to balance on one leg or foot with the blindfold and the hoop. That's super hard, but worth it.
Yeah, you really use your eyes to hold a balance, like not just hold a balance, but also hold you in a balance. Okay. All right. So I'm going to do kind of like for me, I think is a cool way to sort of activate, especially works, I think, if you're tired too. But for this next exercise, I'm going to keep it gooey, but we're going to do kind of light foot, heavy foot type movement here. And we've done this before, and this is just a way to sort of hopefully stay inspired or come up with a way that you want to move. You could definitely keep doing this blindfolded. But let's say I'm holding my weight and it's 50-50, and I'm going to shift my weight to one leg, and then that's going to lighten the other leg up. And then I can lighten it up all the way, to get it off the ground or whatever. And we understand like picking it up, right? But it can be also fun, if you don't already, to just play with slight pressure. I'll back up a little bit. This is a little close. To play with like slight pressure. So I'm here on 50-50. I come up, and maybe I put just maybe 10% of my weight on my leg. And then I can play with the shifting of that weight, and it can kind of be a cool slow flow type technique. So I might like push my leg out and then sort of shift my weight into that leg, then come up, and then maybe, I'm never taking my foot off. A little too close, I think. What's that? Never taking my foot off the floor. Well, no, that's not necessarily. Well, I'm not taking either one off the floor, but here's how this works. Okay, let me demo this, and maybe it'll make a little bit more sense. So I could start off in a 50-50 kind of way. I'm going to add some point technique to this, and I'm just going to lighten the foot, move it, shift my weight into it, come up, maybe let it fly a little bit, and then pour my weight slowly back into it. Yeah. And just sort of understanding that, like, I don't have to pick like I can sort of skate my foot across the ground, the surface, without lifting it all the way up, and it can change your slow flow. Like it can create, it's kind of like the old break dance sort of idea of, right? Okay, let's try this to music. Let me, alright guys, the screen's gonna go dark for just a second, but nothing's wrong.
Such cold hands on my body, and it's left me lonely alone.
Okay, cool. Alright, I'm gonna demo this. Hopefully some of you may have it. I used to be able to. Nice, and there's an image from the Maidan where drawing comes from. The idea of drawing is when you move your foot in some artistic way or whatever. And that drawing idea comes from the Maidan picking up colored sand and then turning and then drawing something with that sand. And you can have a lot of fun working on your balance without realizing you're working on your balance by just drawing. Nice. Show you a little bit of what Ian's doing in a second. I really dig this song. If my feet are dancing, it means the whole body's dancing. And I don't mean that in some, dramatic way. Literally, if your feet are dancing, your whole body sits on top of those feet. Love all the hinge opportunities when your foot's off the ground.
I wanted to share one thing, which was really fun was trying to keep the hoop balanced on my head while moving or sliding my feet. And it was actually, I could keep it on for longer if it was on the back like this. So that was really fun. I'm just throwing that out there in case anybody's interested.
All right, that got my heart rate up. That was awesome. Okay. Are you cool with where we're going? Okay. So I want to talk a little bit about the feet. I just want to throw in two. They're not really even tricks. You don't even need to try them. But I realize I don't think we've talked about these in a while, and they can be like a fun way to figure out a hold with your foot. And so I am holding the hoop here, and I'm going to step through it like this. And then just roll the hoop down and turn my foot in, and your leg's going to be different than mine, but you kind of hold it like that. So I'm here, I'm stepping through, I'm going to pull the hoop up, like towards more in your day, and then bring your foot in. Nope, just straight up. Yep, there, exactly. And then lean it into the back of your knee. Does this make sense? So I'm here. I should have, it's no big deal if, that's it. And I can turn, out. You didn't get that one. Okay. All right, I want to talk a little bit about folding. And we're going to start with super simple folds. And by that, I mean we're going to start with just gripping the hoop however you grip it. And just using that grip to create folds. And you can change arms if you haven't already. Folds have probably more than any other technique. They have a very visual element to them. And to enjoy them, sometimes it is fun, as much as we've been talking about how does it feel, but how does it look? Because a fold is just organic math with a circle. I'm doing samurai folds right now. Anne's been doing kind of a combination of point folds. I like to fold in open samurai. It can be a fun way to fold, both hands on the hoop. This song is perfect for folding. Oh, Rachel, sweet. feel different ways of folding the hoop. By just changing my grip, I can have kind of a different relationship with the hoop. If I am putting my palms out and I'm inside the hoop, you know, that kind of fold feels different than if I'm gripping the hoop all the way around. And it opens up certain things. If I'm doing a smear, this is essentially a fold. Just kind of a funky version of it. A fold just means that the hoop is folding, it's moving over some axis somewhere. Now I'm doing only folds, but a lot of people just use folds as like a transition. Like if I'm like rolling the hoop and I've got some sort of body roll thing that I've been doing, I can use a fold to fold the hoop and put it on the core, and I'm in core flow. Same if I'm in core flow and I want to fold out of it, that can opener move we did that time. Going back to Darsha, you know, I like the idea of using my offhand sometimes to play with the other hand, kind of like a flow on. Oh, sweet. Ann, do you have anything you want to say? Okay, cool. Well, we'll just keep going then. Are we too high energy, just about the right energy, or do you have any thoughts on that?
Well, this is good for me. I'm definitely appreciating the slowness and the chillness.
Okay.
I love folding.
All right. Well, let's talk a little bit about some chill. Let's talk a little bit about. This is going to get a little tricky, but you don't have to go with us on this. But we're in this chill flow. We've been working on all this point and feeling stuff, and I invite you to try to do a body roll just from samurai grip. Probably most of you already do this. Hey, Smith. But I can flip the hoop up towards me and let it roll. Boom. I was with my right hand. This is me. Oh, not so good on that one. All right. Okay. There we go. We've talked about this one, which is where I roll the hoop away from me. It swings down on the outside of my elbow, and I kind of do this isolation underneath it. Yeah, Ann says she likes that one. Boom. All right, so it's more fun with music on. But what I invite some of you to try is, since it's late, nobody's watching, you don't have to film this part, is to try these like sort of slow roll, like slow, almost like painfully slow, gooey rolls, and just see what happens. Like I'm not guaranteeing that I'll even do anything cool with this, but I can try to like just sort of slow.
I fight the apathy, I sped up on my average speed. I bought a crib and I ain't even write my masterpiece. These mountain tops couldn't start to put a cap on me. We be fucking but in public acting casually. Former homies, now the leeches that come after me. And now my idols got some time to give a dap to me. I'm spitting factually, my habits a catastrophe. No names when I rap, I let my passion bleed. Tour the country, got some plugs across the map with me. Gotta hit the bank, the app won't let me cash the fee. And the bank teller look at me like I be trapped keys. Yeah. Now my exes won't be back with me. I buy a Lexus for my mama with the backup beat. I whip a Subaru, the engine always Japanese. Faded so I always give my driver backup keys. I'm in the function and my homies in the back with me. Lab group till I die, come to class with me. Smashing, but in the
This is my
morning then I'm
folding,
back to
this is
beats.
me
She like Crystal
getting
Castle,
gooey,
like
and then I
she
can
knew
pop
that
the
Alice
hoop out.
Glass would leave. Used to skip algebra, now people do the math for me. Making
gooey,
records
just
every
chilling.
day, that's how it has to be. Used to make wax to pay for all my travel fees. Now I press wax with my logo on the jacket sleeves. Super task with the slaps, I never slack in D. LG, have your venue at capacity. No LV, I got that Roku on my jacket sleeve. Always hating, but now every day you atting me.
So for me, when I'm rolling, I'm starting to samurai. If I'm rolling it back towards me, I'm going into a body roll. For me, if I'm rolling it forward, so if I were to let go of it, it would roll away from me. That's when I'm doing an isolation-y type move.
Let me say it one
First angle for that.
Let me say it one time.
Rolling the hoop forward, it's going to want to roll away from me.
Gas, no brake. You catch me in the lab most days. Either that or
This is if I isolate it, roll it, it'll just stay gooey. I don't toss it at all.
Let me say it one time. Let me say it one time. Yeah.
All right. How are we doing? Okay. Did I get a little too geeky there?
No.
Chop? You don't think so?
No.
Okay.
I really like the slow rolls, and because I tend to use speed a lot to get rolls across, and so using the just the slow speed, it invites me to use balance and feeling. I like it.
Okay, nice. All right. Oh, nice. Good. Okay. I don't want to slow us up too much. All right, so we're going to try balance. We're going to try balance in the same sort of... Oh. Did you hit... Okay. We're going to work with some more of our sort of slow, gooey flow. And we're going to push up into a balance. And then we're going to grip the hoop or whatever to bring it back in. Push up, grip it. And if you like balance, or if you want to like it, but you also want to get it into your flow, this is the type of exercise that can help you work that out. Because instead of going for the record, every time you push the hoop up into the balance, you're not taking it to the fail point. You're just pushing up, and then you're gripping it, folding it, whatever you want to do. Really feeling it, you can go ahead and connect the last exercise with the balance. I can create a balance, and then I'm right back in that slow roll. Just what we were doing before, but now we're starting with a balance. We're just going to let it slow roll. nice. I don't talk about it that much, but some of you could totally try this. There is a second point of balance that's fun sometimes, which is where my hand's out in front of the hoop and I'm pinning the hoop against me. So watch, I'll show you. So you see how the hoop is hitting my chest? And I can do that with like my arm or wherever. You can create like 2 points. You see right now I'm holding the hoop in 2 points here. So it's hitting on my arm and my hand, but this is also the same thing. So like, let's say I'm getting gooey, I can push up. See how I'm kind of this is like a gooey balance. It's leaning against my core. It's just 2 points of contact, just like you would do with your hands, except one of the points is on the core now. Sarah, thanks for joining. So I'll sort of demo, if you want, some of what I'm talking about. Hopefully you're practicing and caught up in your own thing. This is that 2 points. This is me bringing it into my arm. Like, this is the head, okay? So like just so we're super clear on how many variations. Oh, nice. Bounce it off. Oh, nice.
Good advice, Shelley.
If you guys have any good advice, offer it up, please. People can take or leave it, but it's always good to offer it.
I was finding it really hard to go from the balance to the back roll. So I was really, trying to work on that the whole time. I kind of sometimes like to, do the same thing over and over. Sometimes.
All right. Okay. What's that? Okay. Ann's just about hit the hit the slow mark. So I think what we'll do is I think I'm gonna shift into slower point type stuff and yeah. Well, yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Let's. I think we'll keep it in the. We're definitely gonna keep it slow, but yeah. And you just feel free to be on the floor and do whatever we're doing. Ann took yoga right before this class and gets up at like 5 in the morning. So, okay. Audible breath in. If you have the strength, if you want to, if you're watching on replay in the morning and you've got the strength to do it. It can be fun as you draw with the foot to now add the hoop to the draw. You could do this on your back as a stretch or something, but I can sort of start to even practice foot balance or whatever. Or do what Ann's doing. I know it's late, so we won't go past 2 o'clock. We'll just free hoop, and I know some of you will have to sign off. But I really do like, it's such a simple idea, but I really do enjoy pushing up. Okay, nice guys. We'll just move into a free hoop. Ann is cooked. So this will be our last song and then we'll call it a night. There's Ann cooked. That's what she looks like. Yeah, it's definitely bedtime. I will post a link right now to this playlist. We didn't get to all the songs, but we got to a few of them. Okay, there is the link to the playlist. Thank you guys. And we got 30 more seconds of this, so poor hooping feels good, she says. Sweet, I'm glad you guys dug the music. Thank you guys. This I promise, this is not a new thing where we're going to start at 9 o'clock. This was, I really appreciate your patience with me. Thank you, Tara, for being here, although you couldn't stay up to be on camera. And thank you, Anne, for showing up after a long yoga class. Y'all have a great night.